Hi everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. I was asked by a subby today, not today, but recently how to age envelopes, and she came across an amazing stash of some old vintage letters, and she wanted to make some aged envelopes, and I thought of a few ways I could show you that are really easy, really simple, and anybody can do them, and then we'll decorate them at the end. So let's have at it. Okay, so the first easiest way I think to age an envelope is to coffee dye it. So I just have some examples. I was working on junk mail and I thought I would coffee dye up a bunch of junk mailed envelopes. Now the tricky thing about junk, no, it's not tricky, but just remember that if you have these clear windows, any of that plastic, you don't want to put them in the oven because this will melt. So air drying is the way to go if you're going to do anything with a plastic window. And I think they come out really cool. And if you use a really concentrated instant coffee bath, drizzled over your envelopes in a low, maybe a cookie tray with maybe an inch lip, half-inch lip, and just let them air dry, flip them over occasionally just so they get saturated. And my cookie tray, my very old cookie tray, which I don't really use for cookies anymore, has some interesting, what I shall say, are spots and stuff like that on the base of the tray. Now we seem to get these unusual dark designs. It must be some kind of chemical reaction with the metal in the tray. Or I don't think it's cookie residue because I don't think I would have left a crumb. But anyway, you can get some really cool effects just with coffee dyeing. And the coffee dyeing, when you air dry it, it tends to pull the coffee to the edges, so it almost inks it for you, which is also kind of cool. So yeah, you get some really neat designs. And another thing to remember when you're dyeing envelopes is that if there is a sticky, you know, like the paper flap, let's say they're new envelopes and it hasn't been glued yet, but the paper flap can become sticky and stick to other envelopes. So just kind of be aware of that. That might happen. You might have to tease them apart, pull them apart. You might lose a chunk here and there. But I think that adds to the agedness of it because honestly, old envelopes, okay, I just ran and grabbed some old envelopes. A lot of them are torn. See that? Because people got into them. Here, it's torn at this end, and you can see the natural, this is natural aging on an old envelope. Okay, a little bit of roughed edges, some dirt on it. Rough edges, because they've been around a while. Little tears, stamps, stuff like that. Kind of a creamy, like cafe au lait color, a lot of them turn to. Little rough edges, wrinkles. Wrinkles are our friends, that's right. Never give up on a wrinkle. They could be your friend. Old glue marks. Little schmutz, natural schmutz. Who knows what it's from? Food? Who knows? So yeah, just kind of staining from the glue from the envelopes. Old watermarks from the postage. All right. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, who knows what that is? Nobody knows. We don't really want to know. Nope. And lots of little tears and stuff like that. So here's a really old one. This one is like it just wants to disintegrate in my hand. I think it's almost like somebody made it out of a magazine or something. It's so thin. Maybe it was airmail or something back then. Very thin. Yeah, just so you can get an idea of what actual real old envelopes look like. They have that sort of like weathery edge on the top. Kind of look like that. All right, so I think you get the gist. The gist. All right, so let's have some fun and we'll do our own take on the aged, weathered, antiqued, vintaged envelope. Okay, so like I said, you can get some really cool designs. These look like they were found in an old pirate chest or something like that, or something up in the attic in a trunk that's been submerged in water or something. I don't know, just kind of cool stuff. Look at the spots. I just love that. I have no idea why that happens, but it keeps happening with that tray, so I'm going to keep using it. Yeah, it's an old, well-used, well-loved tray. Maybe it has some nicks in the... I'm looking at it from here. I think it was one of those coated ones way back when, but I don't know. Any chemists out there got any ideas? It looks like an iron reaction, doesn't it? Like some kind of, but I think it's, I don't know. I'd like to say it's an aluminum pan, but I don't know. So anyway, let's make some. Okay, so here is a take on wrinkled, aging, multicolored. Okay, very easy technique. And here is just brown with just some wrinkles. So you can see the difference, how colors can add dimension. Brown itself looks great. This is vintage photo. Now this particular envelope, I went and I roughed up the edges with, first I tried a pair of scissors. That was a little cumbersome, and I'll show you why. And then I switched to a craft knife, which made life a lot easier, getting the rough and the roughed edges. And I actually added something else here. I'll show you when we make that one. So, okay, I will put, see, this one was on top. Strangely enough, when these dry in your coffee dye instant coffee bath, as, I don't know, the coffee must float to the surface because the darkest colors were on the top. And I have a video on coffee dyeing. I think it uses oven baking, but like I said, with these, I just air dried because of the plastic. So, I did just leave them in the cookie tray, and I just kept shuffling them around, flipping them over, shuffling them around, flipping them over, and I actually put them outside so they would dry a little faster. That's how I did that. Okay, so this guy is pretty basic and simple. What I did was I just took a regular envelope, an envelope of today, and I crumpled it. Yes, that's right. Just crumpled it up, getting all my stress out. Okay, not so hard. And I mean, it's not so hard to do. And then while it was crumpled, I took this and I inked some of the surfaces that were showing to emphasize some of the edges and the wrinkles to get me started. Now, that's only part of the process. Okay. Yeah, open it up. Now, there's going to be a lot of areas that are not covered. Now, maybe you like it just like this. Like maybe that's enough with that intensity. It just looks like it was through the wood shop a little bit. And that's enough of the look you want on there. Or you can keep going and you can take this and you can lightly go over the top. And it's going to pick up more of the hills and the valleys. Boop. Yeah. Lightly, lightly. So you're going to pick up the top hills. Okay. And if you go around the edges a little bit, I got to clean my mat again. That's going to give you a nice hue. All right, so you already have something that looks very old and wrinkly and looks like it might have been around a while. The back, you can open this up and kind of come around here. Just go down the whole thing. There we go, very easy to do. And keep going on this side. Maybe you want to re-ink. Yeah. The more ink you have, the lighter the touch, the more you're going to pick up the hills and the valleys. So, see that? More ink, lighter touch. That gets those hills and valleys. And that looks pretty cool, huh? I mean, that's a very quick and easy way to age an envelope. And we will go ahead and decorate that one after. Now let's do another one. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to combine different colors. I'm going to use black, green, and blue. It's a black soot. Oh, I'm digging. Okay, here we go. Broken china and forest moss. Those are the colors. But you could actually use, if you use a couple of darks and then mix in others, like you could use burgundies or plums or, you know, even pinks and stuff like that would work. I'm going to go ahead and do the wrinkle technique again. Okay. Wrinkle, 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 wrinkle. And you can lightly wrinkle, you can heavy wrinkle, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just going to come in here and just put a little bit of basement brown. This is, did I say? Vintage photo. Going around. A fun little easy technique. And just to get you started, just to get some surfaces covered. Random. This gives you the randomness that you're looking for with aged things as they get knocked around, weathered, dropped off the kitchen table, you know, that kind of stuff. Okay. So I think I'm just going to do some light basic here. Get a little more ink on here. Probably good to put something behind you on your mat so you don't end up with a mat looking like mine. Okay. Let's do a basement. More wetness. You have to go back in, you get more wetness. You pick up those hills and valleys. Very quick to do. All right, got that. And then let's take some of the fun colored ones. And it doesn't take much to add extra color. So I would go lightly and I would do random spots. Yeah, Okay. Just go a little here, maybe on a corner, maybe coming across. And it's always good to layer it in as you go. So do some, step back, take a look, see what you think. I'm going to use some forest moss now. Okay, just kind of random forest moss. Okay, and you can leave some white patches, that's too, because not all of it will have aged evenly. And if you want to truly get the agey kind of look, I would go around again with the brown and emphasize the corners, because when you vignette or hue it in, it tends to, like, think about where it would have been thumbed, where it would have been fingered naturally, and the grease from hands, and you know, people reading it at the dinner table or the breakfast table with their toast and butter, and you know, they grab it and they hold it here, and they maybe grab it here or grab this, you know, that kind of thing. I think they don't generally grab this area as much unless, you know, somebody's got big hands. But that can give you another fun way to get some aging. And if you really want to anchor the aging, come in with some black at the end, especially around the edges, and that'll give you some, it'll knock it down, and that will make it seem older. Yes, the pursuit of making it look older. Okay, I'm hewing around, and I'm vignetting. Okay, and you can put some random in the center too, that's okay. Okay, you don't have to do every corner, you could just do two, and maybe flare it out a little bit, fan it out a little bit, that's what I'm trying to say. There, okay, and there's my opening right there. So that's a very pretty little envelope, isn't it? Very cute, and you can actually use just the ink that is on your daubers, so it's minimal expense. And you could also do this with gelatos or paints or gesso, or that's another thing I wanted to try, which I didn't officially try, but I wanted to try. So let's try it. Let's try it together, why don't we? Okay, there's my white gesso. I'm digging it out. I got it. Okay, this is always hard. Oh, let's hope this is easier to open today. Nope, hang on. Okay, after 3 slaps on the floor, she got it open. Now what I would recommend, if you're running into that problem with your stuff, take some petroleum jelly and run it around the rim, and that will help. So you don't have to fight the opening of the jar, for gosh sakes. Enough fuss with that, right? Yeah, that's not going to happen again. Okay, we are out of that dark woods. Okay, so now you can use, I'll just use whatever I have here, a makeup sponge. You can use a paintbrush. You can use your finger. Oh, I have enough right here. Why am I going in the drawer? Okay, and maybe I just want to, like, this is like random. Just, you know, get in there. Somehow I like doing it with the fingers. This is almost giving it like a, oh, it's going to be a disaster. Somebody get a baby wipe. Where's the baby wipes when you need them? They're right here because you bought the mega load. Yes, that's right. You never want to keep this mat pristine after all. Okay. And you can do like random splotches. They don't have to be like smushed directly. You know, it could be like random. And then you'd flip it over and do the other side. But since the side is wet, I'm just going to let that dry. Okay. And then when that's dry, you can even come over with a little bit more like black or something to knock it back if it looks too white or something. So let's just let that dry, and I will do my best to try and remember that one. Oh, here, I'm getting it all over the place again. Okay. Let's just do some random gesso on here. And the gesso is basically like a flat white paint, and it's going to give you some tooth so that if you want to do some writing on here, not that we can't write, this is just paper, so we can write easily, but it's just going to give you a muting effect if it's the white gesso. Well, I'll just put some on here and just kind of soften it a little bit so it's not quite as harsh. Okay, so, and maybe you want to come back in with some of the brown. Okay, that looks completely different now. It's giving like a hazy kind of look. Okay, it's looking different than the original. So there's another option. You could do something like that as opposed to something like this. Okay, yep, All right. So the last way I'm going to show you before we decorate these, let me just put this over here. It almost dries to like, oh, it dried. Oh, Lordy May, it dried. Yeah, not coming off. Great. Gonna have to wash that off in the sink. Okay. Make one of these babies. This was very easy. I took a regular envelope. Did I wrinkle it? It looks kind of wrinkly, but I don't think I did. You know what I did? Because I just did it. So I know what I did. Okay, first of all, came along with my scissors. Okay, this was exactly what happened. I'll show you. I took my little scissors and realized it was kind of possible to get in here and do this. Let me see. But a little awkward because of the other part of the scissor getting in the way. Like it was in the way. So I thought, okay, maybe I need longer scissors to do that, right? Or the scissors that open up more. Still, it does work. It can be done. It's still a little cumbersome though, because I feel like I'm fighting that other blade. So I grabbed, okay, I said to myself, what is a single blade? And I came up with craft knife. Of course, you have to be mindful and careful, but if you scrape away from you, you can actually get some really cool ruffly edges that kind of look like, excuse me, those old letters. Hang on. There, much better. I was cutting a lot of material yesterday, and it got a little dusty in here yesterday, so I think that was a crafter hairball extricating itself. It has now been freed. All right. So yeah, depending on how light or how rough you go, see? What you see? It kind of looks like those rough edges on the envelopes, the old ones. Now I thought, well, why do we have to stop there? And it is kind of cool when it makes little cuts in the paper, because that's what an old envelope might look like, okay? But how do we get some on the surface as well? So what I did was I basically just folded it somewhere, a random somewhere, and I just did this. Yep. Being very mindful of the fingers. And in the folding is where I got my wrinkles. So they were just naturally occurring wrinkles due to the folding. So this might be a letter that was tucked into somebody's back pocket. Maybe it hit on the rivets of their jeans, something like that, as they were tucking it in. I believe jeans have been around a long time. Probably 1800s, I would imagine. Maybe sooner, or older than that too. You can do on the back too. Some of them come through a little bit, and some don't. So if you want some marks on this side, just go slow. Take your time. It's not dangerous if you keep the blade going away from you and you keep your eyes on your project constantly. Okay. So now we have that, and it is sorry. And now we have that, and that's kind of wrinkled like this guy. But in order to see what we did, we have to put a little bit of ink on it. So this one I did in brown. So let me do this one in black. So I'm just going to ink this up. Just going to run it over and see what we get. Running it over to see what we get, see what it picks up. And then I'm going to focus a little around the edges. Okay. Okay, so now I have something like that looks like it's, you know, a little like been through the war. And gonna do the same thing on this side. Light rubbing with lots of like nice amount of ink on there will get you the most bumps showing. So as you can see, we have some nice scars and wounds on this envelope. Now, I was kind of, you know, just sitting here goofing, and I pulled out this old shoe polish that I used to use this to ink many moons ago, and it has since dried and crumbled, and it's pretty hard, but it's very waxy, and I thought, well, how can I still use it? So I did really nothing more than take this, and I just kind of went like this, and I thought, you know, let me see what that does, because I can still get pigment off there. Maybe I can make it look like, you know, hey, it's shoe polish, like it got stuck under somebody's shoe, and you know, they stepped on it and pulled it out, and then they've got some markings on it and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, anything can be a supply. Don't forget about, you know, makeup and stuff like that. Eyeliner, you know, you can do stuff with that. Okay, so we have something that looks like that now. That looks like that's been through the biscuit, right? And you could even probably take it out and just like lightly color on it too if you wanted to do that. Yeah, it becomes like a crayon almost. Huh, who knew? Okay, that's kind of cool, actually. It has possibilities. So as you can see, we get different ideas here. And now let's just doll these babies up a bit, and we can have some fun with them. All right, I brought up. Let's see the contenders here we're playing with. All right. So you know, maybe you want to put a little lace on it because you can, and that would be just fine. All right, maybe we'll put some there. Let me get some fabric scissors. Scissors de fabrique. Okay. There we go. And I think I can get away with a glue stick here because this Scotch Crate glue stick grabs fabric pretty well, as long as it's not a totally heavy-duty, you know, fabric situation. But if you get enough down, we'll see. If it pops off, I'll fabric fix it. But let's see. Let's just see. All right. It's going to go up to the top there. And let me grab my little bag of randoms. Okay. I have this weird sticker. Oh, I do. Let me put a little piece of something under it, and we'll just do a little layerama. I don't know, I got this. That'll look cute. Let's try that. All right. Oop, where are you going? All right, just put that there. You here. Okay. And wait, there's something there, right? That kind of says, hello, I need something, like right there, please. I hear you. Maybe I'll put this here. That's kind of cute. All right, now for that one, I think I will come in with fabric fix because it's more of a line. All right. And I'm just sort of not really thinking about it, just creating as I go. Whatever looks cute in the bucket is going to get pulled out here and slapped down. Now you could put pretty things behind here. Yes, you could. Okay, let's do it. And we'll stick something in there. Let's see how deep we want to go. We want to go to, let's knock everything over in good measure. All right. Okay. And this one, let's see, we're going to glue it this way. So we're going to have to put the glue on this side. And we'll just put a little glue all the way around. Then we're going to hope we can stick it in and glue it before it glues in the wrong spot. So hold your breath. Lay it down on the back side. Just put these little birdios in here. Yeah. Get your little head in there. All right. There we go. Now we have something peeking through the picture, and we have all this space to tuck glory in. And you know how we love to tuck things. Let's grab a word or something. Feeling a word need. Okay. Okie dokie. Huh, how about a little saying? Oh, look what I have. The magic of sunshine. All right, let's do that one. We got it. It's here. It's at the top. I think this is from, what is this from? Nature's Phrases or something? Yeah, I have a digi-kit with these Nature's Phrases on them and different colored backgrounds to try and make it easy for you so you can do different things. Let me ink it up. We're adding the aged. Oh, let's wrinkle it and see what happens. That might be fun. Let's do that. Let's go closer. All right. We already have numbers over here, so I figured that's why words have a little bit of wording up there. That's okay, though. It's okay. All right, now we're going to run. Get a little more ink. Okay, yeah, just a little bit. And maybe we'll nest it on some cheesy, glossy gauze. I think this is gauze. Bandage. I think it's like bandage, you know. But cheesecloth or this gauzy bandage will work. All right, put down some glue. I think this is going to require some serious glue. Oops. And these will be just some fun, altered, aged. Get more. You know what? I think I want some black to make it show. Yeah. There we go. Now we're popping it into last century. I can put that there. I can put it here. Okay, there's good. And I think I'll glue it with a glue stick because that works well. Okay, put on angle for some interest. And there you go. And you can keep going and put more doodads on it. I know. You want me to put some stickles on it? Okay, I will. I hear you. Yes, I do. All right, what do we got? Got this color. This is bronze. I have 100 of these. I really need to use them up. Okay, here we go. 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. We'll go across, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm just going to emphasize the shape of this kind of cool little window. I think it's kind of neat. So, you know, you can play with your envelopes any way you like. This is a great way to use up scraps too. If you want to use up your scraps, going through the snowfield there. Okay. Oh, don't touch that. Okay. Maybe put some here just for balance. Boop. Oh, hey, what are you doing? No, thank you. Okay, I think we did okay. Let me zoom in so you can see a little better. Okay. I don't know, is it me that can't see? Because I got my glasses on so I can see close up but not far away. So, okay. I just get the part where I splooched it. Okay. All right, so here we have. So something just cute, just fun, you know, nothing major. What, you want a few more here? Yeah, I see it too. Okay, so let's, oh, I did it. I knew it. Okay. There we go. Okay, I was just gonna, this is what I don't know, I felt like I wanted something here too. Just to make it a little cool. And maybe one here. We'll put like 4 rivets. Oh, I just apparently can't stop now because I have this thing in my hand. And put one there and one there. Can you still see me? I'm in the shot. I hope so. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, so, okay, here she is all in her glory. Now we are going to put her aside and work on another one. And get that out of my reach so I don't drag everything through it. Okay. How about this guy? He's kind of cool, right? Now he would be cool. Accented maybe with some, you know what, he'll look really cool on him, or some book pages. And you know, rumor has it, I've got some of those around here. So I've been working on using up this mathematical book, which I just love. I think it's like old math. And you're saying, how could you tear up a math book? Well, I think I'm inspiring people to take a look at math again because they probably wouldn't be thinking about math. And all of a sudden, there it is on their altered envelope. And they're thinking, hey, I want to run off and do some math right now because that is so motivating. Yes, that I just know that's what's going to happen. So that's why I do it. Yep. I am spreading the joy of math to others who might not otherwise come across a math book in their day. Really, how many math books, unless you have kids, how many math books do you come across in a day that you like, you know, compelled to go read again? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. Okay, let's put some glue stick down on this. And remember, it doesn't really have to make any rhyme or reason. It's not like you have to have a return address and all that, but you can. And let me see if I can find, okay, we can do this or this. Let's see what would look better. That looks kind of cool. That looks kind of cool too. This one's kind of cool. But maybe this one has more impact. Okay. So this would be where a stamp goes, but it doesn't have to be a stamp. It could just be a circle that you've decided that you are strangely compelled to put right there. And maybe you want to nest it on something because, you know, you're going hog wild today. You have no idea why. Maybe on that. Well, that wouldn't, like, that makes no sense in the world. Oh, you could just leave it as that. That's kind of cute by itself. I mean, maybe we don't even need this. Or we could put that on top and make it like a little dot in the middle of the sunflower. You could totally do that too. Yeah, why don't we do that? Here, let's just stick this down first, see what that looks like. All right, and the Fabrifix. No, sorry, glue stick. Okay. Yep. Okay. And put this guy on top. Sunflower. There we go. All right, very cute, right? I know. Who's going to argue with me? And I don't hear any arguments, so I guess it's all good. Don't know where the glue cap went. All right. So other things that you could do on here, maybe you want to put some lace along the bottom. You could do that. I mean, what is this goofy stuff we have here? Oh, too fussy to cut out. Let me get something else. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, that's nice. I want to put that there. Or I want to use that as a little closure flap. And it's not really a closure flap, it's not closing it, but it's just indicating that that's where the flapperoo is. And I kind of like that idea, so I'm going to do that. So you can put stuff on the front or the back. You can put addresses on. You can do whatever you like. All right, there. That's kind of pretty, huh? Yeah. Whoop. There go my words. And you know who's going to eat them. Yep. Little Mr. Snuffleupagus. I got it, though. We're okay. And so maybe we want something else there. Oh, I have this. This is pretty. I left over this. Yeah, that's cute. Maybe not. You know, we're like, oh yeah, nah. But something like that. Or you can layer it. You can do that. That's cute. I like that. For some reason, I don't know why, but that just seems to take it. That took it home. Sometimes you don't know until you lie it down or lay it down. What is it? A book lays down, but a human lies down? Is that what it is? I don't know. That one always got me. Always got me. All right. Here you go. Okay. There we go. Yeah? 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 Cute, huh? Yeah. I mean, you could do more stuff here, too. You could come along and, you know, maybe you have your snowflake stamp because it's handy. And you've got your black soot. Ink, or whatever black ink you have, doesn't matter. Okay, there. Now that's very pretty, isn't it? Yeah, very festive. You could actually make little holiday cards like this. That would be so cute. Obviously, if you're going to mail them, you don't want stuff bumpy on the outside that's going to get caught in the mailing machines and stuff like that. So I would probably put, if you put like a card or something like that in here, put this whole thing inside a regular mailing envelope and just make sure you realize that this weight might increase the postage because you're putting doodads. You know, when we put doodads, what happens? The price goes up. Okay. What time is it? Oh, okay. Well, we got to wrap it up. Sorry. Okay. So, hey, if you had fun, I hope you had fun. And if you find value here, please like, subscribe, and share. And let me try and pull out the dunsies. I've got links to all my my Amazon store, my Etsy shop, my free newsletter down below. The video. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and 7 a.m. Eastern time. And Facebook group. Come and join the Facebook group. But you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Etsy, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. So take care, everyone. Happy crafting. I would show you Sunshine, but he is nowhere here right now. He must be off having fun somewhere. But I hope you're having fun somewhere today. So go have more fun because it's okay. And I'll see you next time. We'll make more fun stuff together. Take care, everyone. Bye.